Hey, and we are live. That is so cool that my oven just did the little beep that lets you know that it is hot enough. My oven just did that little beep that lets you know it is hot enough, it's ready. And let me tell you, can I get to those yams? That's what we're doing today. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you who celebrate. Today is about connection, gratitude, and yes, the food. So let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? Now, here's a little confession. I used to think that, oh, let me turn all these sounds off, y'all. My bad. And yeah, there we go. Now, here's a little confession from me, yours truly. I used to think that I could keep up with my specific family tradition. And here's my tradition: the only thing I fix is my plate. I thought I could keep that tradition going. My mother determined that was a lie, and I've been assigned to cook the yams. And wouldn't you believe it? It just so happens that the oven just said, beep, I'm hot enough because I'm just trying to keep them warm at this point. I have already prepared the yams. They are ready. They are delicious. They are delicious. So, oh man, yeah, my mama shut that down real quick, real quick. She was like, not today. So I was in the kitchen making sure that those sweet potatoes are just right. Those yams are just right. I want to bring my own touch to the family feast. And it's going to be a feast. You best believe that. And it made me think, just like Thanksgiving dinner, your speech isn't complete without your special ingredient. You are the secret sauce. You are the special ingredient. And your closing is like that final bite, that last tasty morsel that your audience will savor long after the table is cleared. And just like Anita Baker sings Sweet Love, when she's like, Sweet love, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet love. Your speech should call out to your audience with a message that feels authentic and unforgettable. Your goal is to make sure that your goal is to make sure they leave feeling the connection and the love that you poured into your message. Welcome to day 3 of setting the table, building a feast of connection in every room. I'm Takenya, your public speaking coach, and my mission is to help ambitious professionals like you speak like a pro with clarity, confidence, and charisma. In today's session, if today's session inspires you, there are more ways that you can work with me, like joining the 30-day speaker sprint, which is a powerful program designed to take your public speaking to the next level. Or you can also reach out to me for one-on-one coaching tailored just for you. Let's get this thing started. Just like that oven said, beep, I'm ready. So am I. We're going to start off with a recap. On day 1, we chose our ingredients, and our ingredients were defining our audience, our purpose, and our core message. On day 2, we focused on plating and presentation. We don't want to send everything out there and just slap it like we just don't care, because we do care. So when we focused on plating and presentation, we were focusing on delivering our message with confidence, clarity, and rhythm. Today, day 3, we're focusing on leaving a lasting impression. Your closing is like Anita Baker's singing. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. We don't want to ever go away from our audience. We want to stay on their minds. The refrain reminds us of the emotional connection that stays with you long after the song ends, just like your speech should leave your audience with a lasting impact. So, if you've enjoyed this series and you want more support, the Speak Like a Pro membership offers ongoing coaching, exclusive resources, and tools to help you consistently elevate your speaking skills. So let's go ahead and bring it on home. We're going to talk about Anita Baker and how she can help us be a greater public speaker as we get ready for this Thanksgiving feast. So, in a great Thanksgiving meal, everything works together. You're dressing, yes, dressing, not stuffing. We in the South, baby. Your dressing complements your turkey. I don't care if you put the dressing inside the turkey, I'm gonna still call it dressing. Your dressing complements your turkey. That giblet gravy complements the dressing. That cranberry sauce, I don't care if you got it from the can or you made it in the pot, complements the dressing. Everything goes together. And your dessert, the piece de resistance, your dessert, which is what I'm kind of sort of contributing today, your dessert ties it all up beautifully. So, similarly, your closing when you're doing your public speaking should feel like the last note of a song or the final bite of dessert, bringing everything all together. I know some of y'all don't like for your food to touch, but you need the parts of your speech to touch and agree. You need these things to coagulate and commingle, okay? So if you're one of those people who doesn't want your food to touch, you do want the parts of your speech to touch. Your speech's closing is just like Anita Baker's Sweet Love. Just as she keeps bringing us back to the sweet love, hear me calling out your name. Your recapitulation, that's a musical term, ties your closing back to the first impression that you made. So it creates a sense of completion that your audience can feel, like hearing the familiar refrain of Anita Baker's Sweet Love. Y'all know that part of the song I'm talking about. Sweet Love. Okay. Anyway, I'm not even warmed up and I'm not even singing in the correct key because guess what? I'm an alto. Really, really low alto. But I want to give you a right now activity to do. I want you to write your recapitulation. So as you think about the closing of your speech, think about Anita Baker's Sweet Love, the way she kept returning to the chorus. It feels fresh, yet familiar. It just hits every single time, right? It resonates every single time. So on yesterday, we talked about these different ways. Was it yesterday or the day before? Whatever day it was. We talked about these different ways to open. It was probably day one. We talked about 3 different ways to open. So if you opened with a story, for instance, maybe this was your opening. I used to fear public speaking. I used to fear speaking up in meetings because I felt my voice didn't matter. One day I realized staying quiet was holding me back. So if that was your opener, your closer should be your voice matters. Don't let fear hold you back. Step into your power because staying silent doesn't serve your growth or your audience. So that's if you opened up with a story. Let's say you opened up with a question. If your opener was, what would you do if you had the confidence to walk into any room and own it? Your closer should probably be something like this. The answer to that question lies within you. Confidence isn't a gift, it's something you build one step at a time. Start today. And if you opened your speech with a fact or a statistic, I'm going to give you an example of an opener and a closer. Here's the opener. Did you know that 77% of people fear public speaking more than death? That is a real fact. Then maybe you want to close with, you don't have to be part of that 77%. With preparation and the right tools, you can stand in front of any audience and own the stage. So go ahead and take 2 minutes to write down one sentence that ties your close and your opening together. You can drop it in the chat below, or if you're watching the replay, you can come back and drop it in the comments. Drop it in the chat and I'll help you refine it. If you guys are interacting with me, I can interact with you, but I'm always going to give you the best that I got. Hello, that's another Anita Baker reference. And if you need help creating speeches that flow seamlessly from open to close, my one-on-one Speak Like a Pro coaching offers personalized support to craft speeches that captivate and connect. Just reach out to me to learn more. We're going to talk about the bridge now. You guys know I am a musician, so I keep things musical. Voice, piano, public speaking, they go hand in hand for me. We're going to talk about the bridge because the bridge in a song is the transition from one section to the next. It sounds kind of different from what we've already heard, but it keeps us listening and wanting more. It keeps us like we're really intrigued. We want to hear what's happening, right? So the bridge introduces something fresh while still staying connected to the main melody. In your speech, the bridge is your call to action, otherwise known as your CTA. It's the moment where you inspire your audience to take the next step. And your CTA should feel like Anita Baker's bridge in Sweet Love, where she sings, "There's no stronger love in this world. Oh, baby, no, you're my man, I'm your girl." See, it keeps us wanting more. Don't you know where you belong? This is where you belong, okay? Come on with the Anita Baker references, y'all. It deepens the connection, it reaffirms your message, and it carries the listener to the final resolution. Your CTA should inspire your audience to take right now action, ensuring that they know what step to take and why it should matter to them. So let's go through 3 examples of calls to action or CTAs. So maybe your goal is to promote your 30-day speaker sprint. So here's my CTA for that. If you're ready to amplify your voice and refine your message, the 30-day speaker sprint is the next step. Together, we'll work on everything you need to speak like a pro. Don't wait. Your audience is waiting for you. If your goal is to promote a membership, hello, maybe your CTA sounds like this. For ongoing coaching and exclusive tools, join the Speak Like a Pro membership. Your voice deserves to shine, and this community will ensure you have the support to grow. Or maybe your CTA is to invite your audience to join you for a one-on-one session. So maybe your CTA is, let's work together to craft a message that's uniquely yours. Book a session for one-on-one Speak Like a Pro coaching, and let's amplify your voice. Go ahead and drop your CTA below for me, and I would love to help you refine that or make it even stronger. That's what we're here for. I like to teach and do. It's not just me talking. I want to see you jumping in there with me too. So the outro of your speech is like that final bite of sweet potato pie. We ain't doing pumpkin pie around here. You will not find pumpkin pie on these premises. It ain't here. The outro of your speech is the final bite. It's that final bite of sweet potato pie, or it's the vamp in the song. It's the part that lingers in your mind and the hearts of your audience. So, again, thinking about Anita Baker's Sweet Love vamp, she's like, "Don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way." Like it always ends. The chorus always ends with that. Those final notes leave this feeling of connection and warmth. She wants it to always be this way. It's a lasting impression that stays with you, and that's what your speech outro should do. So here's some examples of some closing lines that work for me, but I want you to work on your own as well. Here's one. If I was doing a speech on confidence, this would probably be my closing line. Confidence isn't given. It's built through preparation. Your voice deserves to be heard. Start building today. Or maybe I just delivered a speech on overcoming fear. My closing line would be this: fear fades with action. Take the first step and watch how your confidence grows. Or maybe I just delivered a speech on inspiring leadership. My closer would be, every time you speak, it's a chance to lead. Use your voice to inspire, connect, and create change. So now is your time to go ahead and write your own outro. And again, just share it in the chat below. It doesn't take long, study wrong. Okay. And let me leave you with this: a great speech, like a great feast or Anita Baker's sweet love, isn't just about what you serve, it's about how you make people feel. Think about it. If Anita Baker was singing this song to you, there would be no doubt about who she loves and how she loves. You would know, oh, you would feel it in your soul. It's about how you make people feel, whether you're singing or delivering a speech. Your voice has the power to inspire, connect, and lead. So I encourage you to use it boldly. If you're ready to work together, let's amplify your voice and magnify your message. Your next audience is waiting. I am Takenya, your public speaking coach with a musical twist. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day with your family, loved ones, and all that good food. Y'all going to be good. I'll see y'all next week for another 3-day series.